I still don't get my own notifications. That is crazy, bro. Like I'm live and it won't tell me I'm live. And I even got that mug on the other freaking page. I got it on my YouTube page and it still won't tell me I'm live. Anyway, as you know, I am live and we'll just be going over chapter 6 through chapter 10, domino table talk. And I got into it a little bit last night, and here I am today. Just I'm really proud of the domino slang that I was able to give last night. There's some triple entendres inside of that message. Triple entendres being, it's not just about the words that were a part of the domino game. Those domino game has slang. Um, Salute, thank you. The domino, the domino game has slang, excuse me, and a lot of that is derived from the real sentiments that African Americans around the domino table feel. Like my red pill uncle who says big leg hoes and diamond rocks. He's definitely red pill because he thinks he gets money out of a woman who's she's the diamond for him. And he doesn't like them skinny. He likes them thick and ready to, to have birth. And so salute my guy. And so, they're saying that they have like that, like 20th Century Fox, big leg hoes and diamond rocks. They just kind of resonated with me over time until I got old enough to say, what the hell was he saying? That was kind of weird. But I kind of understand where he was coming from now. He'd invested a whole lot of time inside of being, accompanied or joined to the women in his life. Another one that gets me is when they say twant sack. You know what I'm saying? That's a direct weed reference. And then I think it was on what was it, like an album where they said follow that cab that got dope in it. I think that was E40. Salute said follow that cab that got dope in it. So they don't even say how much it is. You're just supposed to know. So there's a couple of things that I was able to express last night. It's on my channel. Oh, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that like button on your way in. YouTube.com/Mr. Breaking News. Don't add no G in that because I lost that G status a long time ago. But here we are getting back into the next chapter, next phase of this. And last night I forgot to put my whole face on the screen. I think I didn't because my office was kind of messed up. I'm getting it a little bit back together, except everything that's still under my desk. So we working on it. We working on it. We got a little bit of time and energy left to invest inside of this office, and we're gonna be pretty good. Is the volume all right? Because I'm ready to get to hooping and hollering right here, man. I get into the side um, of this domino talk where it starts to get a little deep and things start being said around the domino table that you like, family be like, if you've ever had one of them families that just come out and start shooting secrets out there in front of folks, once they get a little tipsy, that's where this is starting to go right now. That is exactly where this is starting to go. When your family get a little tipsy and then they start sharing some of them family secrets, especially the elders, they start saying shit. You be like, whoa, hold on. And so we got to get into that. So there was chapter 1 that is rather, cheaters will eventually get caught. Chapter 2, it was never about the person being cheated. And that one still resonates with me because a lot of the times, if you're getting away with doing something and it's your benefit, then that seems to be all right. But if you wrong somebody and then, deflect, distract, and then dismiss it, if you wrong somebody and you take that approach, like, look, man, you tripping over nothing, then that's how you diminish somebody's value. Right. So it's a tactic that's used in debate, but it's also something that we might find ourselves doing in real life. I know getting goddamn well when the police try to pull me over, I'm going directly to deflect, distract, and dismiss, like for real. Run through one folks salute. Like the police pulled me over on some dumb shit. Like I forgot to put my lights back on. That's what it was. And so because I didn't put my lights on, you know how somebody they give you the little blink blink to let you know your lights ain't on. I turned them on and the minute I did that, he blurted me. And so I pulled over to the side and I had my music blasting and everything. And that was my distraction right there. That was my distraction right there. As I was nodding my head, acting like I was having a good old time. Like I don't give a fuck about him pulling me over. So when he came to the window and shit, before he came to the window, I just kind of rolled him down, got ready for him to come through the window. And when he got to the window, I was still like this, like knocking. That was my distraction. And the minute he said, hey, where are you going? Do you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, yeah, somebody blinked their lights and told me that I turned the lights off or I needed to turn my lights on. Salute, Raina Woman. Salute all heart. Somebody blinked the lights to remind me that I didn't have my lights on. Watch the deflection. I was just coming out the store anyway. It didn't have an automatic on, which is why I just came out. And I'm like, oh, I forgot to put my lights on, didn't I? And then he was like, yeah, do you have your license and registration? So I got back to gigging like, and then I gave him my little license because I showed it, what my registration was. But I'm in this bad boy getting it. And so he just kind of feeling my vibe a little bit. That positive energy started raining in. And so he came back to the window and was like, well, do you have your registration still? And so I looked in the damn, in the glove box. And it's not too old of a car. I just bought it like 4 or 5 months ago. And so they sent the registration, but I don't know what that little motherfucking paper looks like. So I'm in the glove box just rummaging through everything. And I'm like, man, I don't even know what that registration looked like. Dismiss. So I was like, man, get me out of here, man. And he looked at my license too and was like, oh, Georgia, I have a special affinity for this license. I was like, oh yeah, what about the Atlanta Falcons? He was like, yeah, started talking. Boy, I deflected and dismissed the shit out of that shit, got them moving. He turned the lights off. It was like, have a good day. I was like, you too. Boom, 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 boom. And had to slide about that bitch because it was never about the person being cheated. It was never about the police officer anyway. He was just looking for a reason to try to hassle me. And so as long as I was able to ignore the threat that he was trying to pose on me, oh shit, it's my forehead lightweight greasy. As long as I was able to ignore the threat that he was trying to impose on me, it was all good. Like, once we get to that point where we, them white folks be like, fuck you, Johnny. Like that shit. I be watching them shits like, them motherfuckers is crazy to the motherfuckers. But once we can get that or regain that confidence in here to where we don't just have to sit there like, if I do right, if I do this, I'll get out of that shit. And we really get to that, man, fuck you in our chest shit. I think we'll be a lot better off because essentially we gonna have to get to that fuck you chest shit. For real. Like at some point, we just can't get dropped like flies no more. But anyway, we did chapter 2. That was that same thing. You know what I'm saying? It was never about the person being cheated. It was chapter 3. I forgot to title it. I was almost there though. I don't want to run from chapter 3. I know chapter 4 started getting into more of the low-income housing projects, which brings in the community and the residents. And Greasy and Ashy, come on. Are you going to roast me from my own chat? That's what's up, though. That shows me that you're here with me. Ashy and everything. Wait till I get all my lights and shit up, and I'm bling blowing. First of all, you don't even know my struggle. You don't even know my struggle to be snapping on me like that. What about now, huh? Yeah. You don't even know my struggle to be snapping on me like that. All right, so it wasn't just the domino table and the slang around the domino table and how that involved towards, how do we feel cheated in the neighborhood? How do we cheat? How do we feel slighted? See, it's not just the relationships that we have from our family that we learn about. Salute, Shatera. It's also the people who we interact with outside of our family. So I started introducing some of the homies that was there, coming up with a young dude. That was chapter 3. I went into the regaining of our knowledge. What did I say? There was a hot one right there. Candace Owens, her commentary is a whitewashed masterclass on the inherent inferiority of melanated people. I said, God damn, that was hot when I wrote that shit. That shit was bomb. Let me see. Oh, talking about ABL as well. I said he's another political pundit who would frequent the Sunday Rumbles. The dude back in the day, Chef, what's up, man? I still need you to come on camera and cook something. Or your name ain't gonna be Chef no more. You just gonna be a disaster. 3.0 and 3.0 ain't even a disaster. That doesn't even barely hit the Richter scale. Anyway, so I was like, let me see wait, I gotta walk you into it. All right, so chapter 3 started off like this. Some of these coons can relate to how low-income housing projects affect the psyche and the behaviors of disadvantaged urban youth. And they will still deflect to attack the women of Black families. Skin folk get choked out at the cookout, and they grow up to become freaking manosphere weird-ass niggas. That shit is bomb, right? Right. They'll still deflect to attack the women. And the reason why they get choked out is because they still come around like, hey, motherfucker, don't hate me, nigga. We've been beating you up for your whole life. Now you think you can and come around the domino table? You think you can bring a bottle and that makes us friends? Nah, still a bitch-ass family. Gotta love him, but he's still a bitch ass nigga, man. You got bitch ass niggas in your family too. Y'all ain't nigga. Y'all got bitch ass niggas in your family who would get choked out at the cookout. That shit bars. First of all, that's flames. He get choked out at the cookout. Y'all tripping, man. We ever come together and have our own little, get in the park, barbecue, chill, and put some signs together and throw them signs out. Oh yeah, they call bones, man. We get to the bones. Stop it. It'll be a graveyard in them bones. Y'all saw how I did them dudes on the Solar Vision Debate League? Smacked them dudes. 2 games in a row. My system crashed. Came back on and smacked them again. That's why you see the thumbnail like that. I had to tell them boys. All right, so that was it. I went off on ABL saying, he frequents the Sunday Rumbles, and so he doesn't deny, the urban community and shit. He says that he came up in one, but in his opinion, he determined that there were hood niggas that were thugs without ambition who advocate the abortion of black bodies and drive single women to welfare. Whew, I was bodying niggas last night. I just didn't have all my energy and shit because it was like 11 a.m. It was like 10:15. I was sitting there like, drained. I had cried like all night. Nigga didn't even go to sleep from like 2 in the morning. No, from like 11 at night. And I didn't go to sleep till like 7:50, just sitting there like, I'm going to get to that. Anyway, my life is, don't judge me, Candace Owens, body bag. And I just keep that shit going. And I said, my real struggle is relearning the wisdom from the library at Timbuktu and deconstructing that stolen knowledge that's been reinterpreted at the Library of Alexandria. That's a bar right there. That is a bar. And then when I told him what was really happening, man, in my family dynamics, I shifted to where we'll be playing dominoes. We'll start talking basketball. My family think they deep as fuck. They think they on some of this shit right here. And so they just start talking about other shit, especially the Republican Party. I'm sitting there like the damn near only super liberal around the table. And so the reason why my aunt and my dad would never get along is because my auntie is a dramatic ass alpha Leo. And she's a single mother on welfare with 4 kids to feed, 2 daughters and a set of twins. And then my pops was a damn Gemini. His astrological symbol is twins. Him and my mom had been married since 1981. She was born in 1960. That made her around 21 years old when she was an Army housewife. Then at least when my pops retired from the Army after 17 years for weed that wasn't even his, it was my mom's oldest son, Urkel, who my pops adopted as his own child before I was born. Dog had the weed, and when he was born in 1976, my mom born in 60, he's born in 76. The fuck that mean? That means whatever happened in her life before my damn dad got there was some fucked up shit, and these same niggas be talking about, oh, I'm not finna play cleanup man. Don't they? Don't they? They say I'm not finna, I ain't finna raise somebody else's kids. Don't they? Why they say that shit? These same niggas want the 16-year-olds. That's why they say that shit. Fuck you mean. Tamika C, salute. You know why they say that shit? Why they don't want to play cleanup man for somebody else's kids? Why that's some lame shit to do? Because if you look at the numbers, 1960, we're still talking about the baby boomers and what happened to the baby boomers. And the same thing we used to say about our grandmothers who were raped, goddamn, in arranged rapes. I don't give a fuck if you call it an arranged rape or is it just the culture at the time, man. Fuck you. My grandma was like 13 years old having babies already. Fuck you mean? So by the time that generation switched over to the baby boomers, these motherfucking men had not readopted their fucking personalities. They were still stuck in that faggot ass library at Alexandria, and they could not reclaim their library at Timbuktu. If they was back at the library at Timbuktu, it would have been teaching their ass that they needed to surround and form a perimeter around their own villages. And if your village can get along with your neighbor village, that gives you 2 times the support. And you'll get a magnifier effect if you could ever start to unite all of these villages in one arm. But you know what happened anyway. You saw when the boats hit the damn side of the motherfucking, the continent of Africa, the west coast of Africa, the north of Africa, and spun its way around the Horn. And it was already Dutch and British motherfuckers on the backside. You got damn Arabs and all that shit. And all my niggas had to do was slap up and be on one accord. We didn't need that motherfucker coming around the table who was on some bullshit. Because he would have had to get choked out at the cookout. And so chapter 3, and so we running through it. Wait, that was chapter 3. Chapter 3 got pretty damn deep. Chapter 4, okay, let me give y'all some of the slang real quick. I'm gonna just run them by you if you don't know, just to bring people up to speed. I'm gonna run by them real quick. See, chapter 2 had all the slang in it. It had all the slang in it. Oh, wait, no, chapter 1 started off with the slang. First of all, while I'm scrolling up, cheaters will never win. Me and my auntie were trying to cheat the table. So her best scam was to distract him with some bullshit, elicit his response. She was his little sister, so she always knew how to jab that nigga in personal ways that make him make him unstable emotionally, and he be wanting to do some weird shit. All right, but she was the auntie because she was on welfare. She had them food stamps. And 10 points on the domino table would get me 10 food stamps. Fuck you mean I'm not finna cheat? I'm looking over here and the camera over there, my bad. Fuck you mean I'm not finna cheat? That's my favorite auntie. She already know the hustle. My dad already lightweight drunk. Drop the money on the ground. Nigga, you ever been walking through the community and you see some money on the ground and your family there? What you do? Nigga, hella quick on that motherfucker, especially if you live in one of them communities or houses that got them goddamn little cousins, little Pablo, little Petey, little Patricia, the goddamn roaches that like to run out of your goddamn. Y'all don't know my struggle and what I've been through, man. This domino table talk get for real. Last night it was too late for me to have a real emotional connection to the information I was spreading, but I got time today. And so me and my auntie used to try to cheat my dad, and if we got away with it, I get them food stamps. Them type of food stamps, if you get away with 50, man, I'm the nigga in the hood. And so the next chapter went into, when the homies and shit started coming around trying to stay the night, eating all the motherfucking name brand cereal, because I got Andrea, salute, Butterfly, salute, Better Future, salute. Trying to eat all the cereal because I had them $50 in food stamps. You know what I need to do? I had the motherfucking screen up last night with the motherfucking $50 food stamps on that shit. So stand by. This story don't even make sense to some of these young cats if they ever found the stream, because they don't even know what the old food stamps look like. They was raised with EBT cards, swiping pin number. But they don't they got to get this information, man. If we don't give them information about the 90s, what they gonna do? They you know what I'm saying? My daughter got a 90s day tomorrow at school. And if we don't give them this information, they might be lost. They might think that life they might think that life always had the internet. Like we didn't have to use that American online disk. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have to put that motherfucker in that big ass Dell. That motherfucker was, goddamn, you hug that motherfucker computer. If you didn't have that one, you're not on. I'm gonna keep saying that all night. You don't know my struggle. You don't know my struggle. The motherfucking foods, that was before they took and put 50% air in the bag of chips. See, now you can open up that bag of chips and it just, and you got 7 chips in the bottom crushed up. You gotta just, when you first start with the chips, that's how they got it now. That's why you gotta buy them big ass bag of family chips. And I got little fat nigga problems. I'll be in the bed and I'll take that whole family pack of chips down. We be watching one Netflix shit. I'll be in the bed, nigga. Me and my wife, nigga, I'm taking that whole bag down. She like, you ain't gonna share. I'm like, shit, you was at the stove. Because I'm petty as shit. So you see, salute. El Shiva Sekmet, salute. I am hella petty. I am petty with my wife over petty shit. Let me see. I gotta put them food stamps off on little tangents and shit. I need food stamps. Why the fuck do they keep sending me somewhere else? These motherfuckers put food assistance, USA government. I know where they come from. I just need to see the picture so this motherfucker sending me to my inbox and everything. My motherfucking computer tripping right now. It don't want y'all to get this work. So all you see is them coupons slowed down the line bad. Man, hell no. They didn't even want to give me change for that shit. Like, you remember the hustle was you take them motherfuckers in for, like, you buy one of them nickel candies. First of all, you really had to go to the candy lady for the nickel candies, or you was taking money out the hood, first of all. That's just the way it is. If you was not going to the candy lady house for them nickel candies, them 25-cent ices, man, if you spent $1 fucking food stamp at the candy lady house, you was getting a hot dog with mustard on it. You was getting one of them pickles with the Kool-Aid pack. Man, y'all ain't fucking know my struggle, first of all. Y'all, nigga, I know some bougie people in YouTube space. Just don't be that way with me, man. We used to have what was it? The cornflakes with the rooster on them shits. That's what I tried to tell them last night. The Honey Nut Cheerios without the B on that motherfucker. Y'all don't remember Kicks, do you? Y'all don't remember ever running out of fucking milk, huh? You never ran out of milk, because what did you have to do if you ran out of milk? You had to put some water on them shits, man. Some of y'all too bougie. Some of y'all too goddamn bougie, man. You put water on them shits. That's Domino Table Talk. And we're going to get into the next chapter as soon as this motherfucking thing stop hating on me, man. I'm just trying to see the food stamp images so I could throw them things on the screen. I think I saw one nigga lightweight balling, nigga, with the food stamps. Nigga, lightweight balling, baby. Nigga, big balling. All right, so let me see. What screen is this shit going to even pop up on? I don't want y'all to look at me. I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. Powdered milk. You remember when we didn't have, I don't know what coast y'all on, but if y'all had CNH sugar, that was probably the best thing. Like we used to get like that 50-pound bucket, like the laundry detergent bucket, and that's how much sugar we needed. And we used to get another 50-pound bucket because we lived with my grandma. And then first of all, it was like 13 of us in a 1.5 bedroom house. Like we had to convert the laundry room into a motherfucking bedroom for real. And it was 13 of us in that motherfucker. I'll be digressing in a motherfucker. If you didn't get that CNH sugar and you didn't get that rice, and they used to call them boll weevils or whatever that shit was, you get boll weevils. Y'all got to eat it. See, because if we didn't have that big ass bucket of rice, we wasn't eating shit. Like we had the big ass slab of fucking cornbread like this. And that was before my mom got lazy and started making them Jiffy mix cornbread. Grandma used to make them shits like this. And if we was good, nigga, shit, nigga, hella sugar, nigga, a cornbread full of diabetes, nigga, but them shits was bomb, nigga, and all we had was rice, them shits, and like, if you had a whole, why do I keep looking over there? My camera's right here. If you had a whole motherfucking pound of hamburger meat like we do today, and then we'll cook the whole ground of hamburger meat in one meal, if that's what you do in your house, then you don't fucking struggle like me, because she'd have took that whole pound of motherfucking hamburger meat and a big ass pot of rice and put that shit in there and like a half pint of motherfucking beans, nigga, and that motherfucking cornbread. We had that shit for weeks. Somebody said that goddamn you cast iron skillet. So you know what Big Mama did to keep us alive. You know what Big Mama did to keep us alive. That big ass pot, boy, you could grab it, nigga. You can't even go in the kitchen. Look, we had to go through the kitchen to get to the backyard. And you know, we had the backyard where we had a little trailer back there. My uncles lived back there, excuse me. And then if you came out the front, you could not come back in that front. And she in the kitchen cooking. So we sitting out there for dummy long. Like, man, this is some bullshit. Grandma trip, and don't say grandma tripping, because she used to have a flip-flop. It was like a Birkenstock. And nigga, she boomerang that motherfucker. Woo, 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 woo. Pow, she hit your ass outside, nigga. A motherfucker go through the screen door. Oh, and don't slam the goddamn screen door. That's goddamn you Domino Table Talk. He's be bringing up them memories, huh? Akila Shea, FBA, salute. Who is that? I moved my whole screen back, and you know me, man. I'm damn near 40. I gotta look with my young nigga eyes. Candy Cane Lane, salute. Damn, I'm supposed to be reading my goddamn story. Rozzy keep fucking with me, man. He keep fucking with me. My other grandma was from the South. She never had a job. All she did was fish, motherfucker. We brought back perch and shit. Nobody should take that back out of her mouth, put that shit on that motherfucker and drop that shit. And yeah, I remember my damn cousin trying to fish with her, nigga. She could not be fucked with, nigga. If it was a sport, grandma was out there, yanking them. These goddamn alligators and shit going in that shit. She didn't give a fuck, nigga. She'll throw some motherfucking cornflakes out there, nigga. Y'all know what you're talking about, man. Y'all ain't got no big mamas like that. But let me put this shit on the screen, because they gonna get this work, man. If we don't pass this real information to these young cats, they ain't gonna get it. And we know that shit. We know they'll just keep trying to attack the black women in the community and never want to step up to a real nigga ever. Because I'm gonna treat these niggas like food stamps. Nigga, they disposable than a motherfucker. On my mama, these niggas is food stamps to me. There is two things that they can't do to me. They can't fuck with me intellectually, and they can't touch my family. And then after that, we can resolve whatever's next. MJ, salute. Like, we could do the online banging and shit. I be finding that petty shit fun in the motherfucker first. And I'm still looking over here while the camera's over here. Hey, man, it's going to take some adjusting. See, I used to have a camera over there because it was dirty than a motherfucker over here on this side. But I had to clean that shit up, man, put that shit together, trying to keep the curtains up there so motherfuckers don't be looking all in my shit. But anyway, at the Black Domino table, we talk about Big Mama, we talk about grandmothers, and we talk about ass whoopings. It'll be like something like this. My son is Q. Q, bring your ass over here. Y'all don't even get this type of treatment no more. Our kids is too spoiled. Q, come over here. Now do that goddamn thing. If you didn't have to dance, nigga, for your uncles and shit, you didn't struggle like me, nigga. I hit that motherfucker shit, nigga. Bow, nigga. Bow, nigga, I still got them shits to this day. Nigga, I wasn't losing no talent shows. None. Because I used to have to dance for the uncle. Bow, bow. And guess what he did? Guess what he did after that? Man, I was supposed to be sharing this goddamn screen. Let me share this motherfucking screen real quick so y'all can see what the fuck he did after that. Let me see. I gotta make that shit bigger. Nigga, he broke bread. Nigga, but this was our money. You know how motherfuckers used to have them old ass $20 bills, or you know what I'm saying? And then they moved them bills up to a big face motherfucker. Shit, we didn't have dollar bills as much as we have food stamps in my hood. Y'all don't know about that shit though. Y'all don't know about that shit. In my neighborhood, we used to have more food stamps than we had dollars in circulation. And they be talking about, well, black people don't support black businesses. We didn't even have any white businesses there. All it was that big ass goddamn Rainbow Market. My uncle had a little store right here called Jimmy's where they used to have them fire hot dogs. And there were some parts of them big ass stores that didn't even want to accept food stamps. Nigga, the pool that we used to try to go to and swim, nigga, they didn't even want to accept us because we only have food stamps. Nigga, they would not work with us. They would work with us bringing in canned goods before they worked with our food stamps. They would work with us bringing in recyclables before they worked with us on them food stamps. See, y'all don't know my struggle. Nigga, the pool was right there, but they wouldn't even let me in. They had another pool, nigga, 7 blocks away somewhere, 8 blocks. That we had to walk to. We had no bike. I had a bike in the 2nd grade. That motherfucker, either it broke or one of my crackhead uncles took that motherfucker. Was like, I can fix it. And I never got that motherfucker back. Y'all don't know my struggle, nigga. That's Domino talk. That's Domino talk. 20th Century Fox, Big Legos and Diamond Rocks. Like, what the fuck is that red pill shit you talking about? Let me see. See, they got them in all colors, nigga. Them brown boys was... Come on in, baby. But I'm on the camera, but you can come on in. The door ain't locked. Back to my screen, motherfucker. My wife is always welcome. She just don't like being on the camera. But yeah, like this one right here, nigga, that's them green boys. That's them green boys. If you, let me see. Oh yeah, that Monsanto, we've done report after report. I think damn near every college student has had to do a report on Monsanto, and that shit ain't changed shit. Never. Man, let me get to my damn story. This first of all, this looked like one of my aunties right here, nigga. First of all, I ain't even finna lie to you. I ain't finna lie to you at all, nigga. What the fuck does this nigga know about food stamps? This is one of them niggas who was like, well, people if you don't get the fuck out of here, of the soup kitchens and shit, we used to have to volunteer at these just to take the fucking food home. Nigga, they used to have big ass boxes and shit. And you didn't even really know what some of that shit was. Some of that shit, like every now and again, I put like Campbell's soup, you know, the candied yams. Nigga, I put, especially the Campbell's soup, first of all, because we used to get some bullshit. Nigga, beets. You know that ain't nothing but white people putting beets in a can in a goddamn a food kitchen. If you don't keep them fucking beets, nigga don't want no beets. Nigga, the fuck? They ain't even had like the potatoes. They never had chili at the... Fuck y'all. Y'all wasn't raised like this, nigga. Y'all was not a part of my struggle. That's what I know. So all you see is I see you. Salute. That's the real struggle in the hood. These motherfuckers talk about food stamps. Do you know how that one family's food stamps can support so many families on a block before you start talking shit to me? Nigga, my homeboys used to come over when we had them food stamps. They wouldn't leave till, goddamn you, corned beef hash, nigga. I just changed the topic, nigga, right in the middle of it. Corned beef hash. My dad started liking that shit. I was like, man, what the fuck is that? Sardines. Nigga, don't you ever give a motherfucker going to a food pantry sardines. That's some fucked up shit. But my auntie used to put some crackers on that motherfucker, a little spread and shit. Fuck them sardines up. Nigga, y'all tripping, man. It go well, they eat the perch and they be like, fuck it, I'm already eating fish anyway. Nigga, I couldn't stand that shit. I used to run outside. That was way before this shit was called SNAP, nigga. Supplement Nutrition Assistance Program. Fuck that SNAP shit, nigga. We had food stamps. That looked like my, and look at this motherfucker. What the fuck did he ever know about food stamps? And the only reason why I'm really having this conversation first and foremost is because them bitch ass niggas in the Black Conservative Party, they always talking about food stamps, but they never talk about the Department of Agriculture, and that's why they would get cooked fucking with me. They want to talk about the Department of Defense and what that spending look like, but tell me why are they subsidizing farmers not to grow anything? And then trying to take food stamps. How much motherfucking money do they put in farmers' pockets and then complain about us for getting food stamps? You know what else? You know what else it does? It drives up the price of the same damn food that we would be buying with the food stamps, so the shit is damn near even anyway. They gotta put $1,000 on an EBT card just so that same family of 5 can eat, man. Fuck them niggas, man. I was walking through trying to get some orange juice the other day. Just the orange juice, nigga, no pulp. $5.99, nigga, for this shit. This shit. $5.99 for orange juice. Fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. Fuck out of here. But I was looking. They done put a nigga on food stamps. Nigga, can you believe this shit? I think somebody done put Obama on a motherfucking. They put Barack Obama on a goddamn dollar food stamp. These motherfuckers ain't shit. I told you. That's why I swear to God, they cannibals. When they used to burn black bodies, they used to take the leg off and eat that motherfucker. And nobody ever tell me different until they start finding their bodies, nigga. Fuck them niggas, man. They will always be little cannibals until they prove me otherwise, nigga. My assertion is that I can't find my ancestor bones because them niggas ate them. Now, you know me, nigga. You give me a piece of chicken, nigga. Black Domino table. If once Big Mama bring that chicken to the table and everybody running about that motherfucking Domino table to get their plates, and motherfucker wife over there like, back up, I gotta get my baby plate. And they wives is like, my kids gotta come first. All that shit get to happening. Big Mama got to regulate the whole shit. Like, goddamn, Big Mama. Big Mama, you tripping. If he can't beat me, nigga, then he lost. If his wife ain't in the front, his problem. They trying to take all the breasts for their big ass husbands. I'm like, nigga, I like breasts. So I always end up with the motherfucking legs and shit like I was at the kid table. Big ass little nigga. I'm the big little nigga on the block. I gotta eat a leg and shit. Drumsticks. I gotta get flats and shit. I get one leg and one flat, nigga. With that motherfucking rice and beans, though, and that cornbread, nigga, that's a whole meal, nigga. Y'all don't know my struggle, but they didn't put goddamn Barack Obama on this motherfucker. Ain't that some shit? That's how I know they used to eat people. Nigga, that's what I was trying to be right here, nigga. I gotta open this one up, nigga. I gotta open that one up. 12 people charged with running 20 million food stamp fraud scheme. That's why they start putting them on cards and shit. You see that? Nigga, that's a bundle. Nigga, that's a bundle. That you better cut it. And the camera's still over here. That motherfucker is like a bundle. They got 5 of them shit. Stacks of them shits. Nigga, you done ran across this dude. You know what we start saying, first of all? And I ain't gonna lie to you. It was probably shady as fuck. But shit, we had to do what we had to do. Here's what we used to have to say to the person, to the homegirl or the homegirl mama, something. Anybody who was like me, somehow getting food stamps and shit. You know what we had to say? Nigga, you know who got them food stamps though? Nigga, if you didn't know who had the food stamps, nigga, you was gonna starve. Nigga, if you didn't know who was the booster, nigga, you was not getting new shoes, nigga. You wasn't getting new shoes. First of all, you didn't even want the shoes your grandmama was finna buy you. Them fuckers from Payless. Nigga, she might get the motherfuckers from Costco. Nigga, you be like, grandma, what the fuck? That's why I started working in like the 7th grade, man. I wasn't feeling that shit. And then motherfuckers would like poor shame you, nigga, because they'll look at your tag and shit and be like, nigga, that's Fruit of the Loom. And then they'll start laughing. You got that fruity shirt on. That shit used to fuck with a nigga whole ego. Nigga, I'm like 12, 13, 14 years old. I'm a little nigga, like 4'8". maybe 85 pounds, damn near finna go to high school. But I had that Napoleon complex. Like, let's go. Plus, it was a lot of Asians in my hood, and we was tall. I was taller than them niggas. Fuck you mean? It was the niggas who I couldn't really fight. And the niggas was athletic, so I couldn't run from them. So the only thing that I could do is hit the biggest one and then try to get loose, and then they just gotta grab me, nigga. But fuck that, nigga. Smack him before they was able to do this shit right here, and they just hold your forehead back and then whack with the other hand, man. Fuck y'all. Y'all don't know my struggle, nigga. We was fighting for food stamps, which means what? We were fighting for bags of chips. Y'all don't know my struggle, though. Now they got these little cards and shit. Oh, fancy fuckers. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this shit right. Look at this shit right here. Nigga, if you wouldn't have bodied somebody, nigga, you somebody roll up with that shit right there, nigga, you finna. We gotta drop a dime on that shit. Yeah, we gotta drop a dime. I don't like that shit. Nigga, if you come up with a whole motherfucking box of food stamps, you will get jacked. They gonna take that shit and your starter jacket immediately. But now that y'all know what I'm talking about, this shit right here, nigga, this shit right here, if this shit wasn't owned by your uncle, you was not finna get hot food with food stamps. Nigga, tell me I'm lying. If your uncle didn't own the restaurant, they with all the hot food was not finna let you in there. Motherfucker, that was segregation. That was segregation. Even though they try to say it, this was redlining. Because all the healthy food was way over there. And all the junk food didn't take food stamps. So what else did you have? Monsanto shit, man. Fucking beets. But let me stop flashing, man. All of that shit just to stop flashing. And that was just the preface. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel you, Rashawn. Man, and we got to do what we got to do, man. My kids are too valuable for them not to have 3 meals at least. You know what I'm saying? And we'll end up like that. Like we have to cut meals and shit. And then once our nutrition gets low, they wondering why they diagnosing so many kids with like ADHD and attention deficit. I can't pay attention because I'm hungry than a motherfucker, man. I remember my 2nd grade teacher. See, I told you I could rant, man. Let me get back on this shit. Y'all, let me see. God damn, I ain't even said shit. This shit's supposed to be over at 6. Fuck. God damn, there is no fucking way. I just ranted for goddamn 40 minutes. Shit. I am horrible at this time management shit. Oh, yeah, we was going to get into the deep one. So, man, I'm going to need at least till 5:30. Wait, 6:30. So if y'all rock with me, salute. Come on out. But yeah, I'm going to need at least until 6:30 if I got to get this shit out, because this is where it starts getting crazy, right? All right, so I talked about my mom. Raped at 16, raped at 15, really, because she had to be raped at 15 in order to have a baby at 16, you dig? And so my dad ended up taking her son and adopting him as if we were all. We grew up with that sibling rivalry where the only joke I used to get that nigga on is, nigga, you not my brother? And nigga, you adopted. Nigga, we used to fuck that nigga up with that one. That nigga would run and cry. Nigga, he 6 years older than me. We used to body bag that dude. And that nigga looked like Urkel. If y'all don't give it up, that nigga played the trumpet and shit. This motherfucker went to his, that's why I be taking hella long. This motherfucker went to the prom. Nigga, I said Lays, but this nigga had the Ruffles Have Ridges shirt on, like what is that shit? Like Desperado and shit. When they get to doing that little somebody finna snip the shit out of that dance. Fuck y'all. They finna do that. Nigga, he had that fucking shirt on underneath his suit. Nigga, fuck y'all mean, nigga. Got that shit from the Goodwill in the summer, bitch. They didn't have no. All right, so why was I up all motherfucking night? Didn't even go to bed until I didn't go to bed. First of all, it was like 7:45 in the morning when I finally got done crying, because just like that was my step brother. I've had a feeling. Yeah, the Ruffles Have Ridges. That's it right there. That's it right there. I remember when that nigga got it. See, I'm going hella off. I remember that nigga got in a fight in like the front yard. Nigga, something happened. Oh, yeah, something happened to where he's, they squared off in like the driveway or whatever. Nigga, he was like, he threw a punch, it don't hit. He throw a punch, it don't hit. And then he like, boom, and throw a punch, and it kind of connect a little bit. So he start feeling his energy and shit. So he bouncing and rocking like he think he motherfucking a goddamn Tyson little brother. And the dude try to run up on him and give him one of them. And that nigga ducked down and said, "Miss me, nigga." Hello, miss me, nigga. I said, what? We still cracking that shit today, nigga. You're not supposed to be like, miss me in the middle of a fucking fight, nigga. He missed you, nigga. Come up with the uppercut or something. That nigga was like, miss me, nigga. Fuck. Hell no, that nigga got into another fight. Man, I can keep going, nigga. This is Domino Table Talk. This is Domino Table Talk. Caramel Princess, salute. See, your family's experiences are those things that can sometimes just get lost in the sauce. Like, the generation before my grandmother, I know absolutely nothing about. Zero. Finito. My parents who were born in the late 1800s, nothing. Not a damn thing. The first free person in my family, nothing. Not a goddamn thing. I could only skip back to the origin of the name Genghis and see where we went, and that starts to make sense. But they didn't even have the nerve to give us a name. They didn't have the, nigga. First of all, somebody said fake boxing, nigga. Nigga, hold on, nigga. Y'all think I'm fucking playing. That nigga was in that motherfucker. He was doing that motherfucking Cuba shit. He was hella mad after that fight. Y'all fucking playing, nigga. Y'all brothers ain't never got into fights and shit. I be saying ADL and them be getting into them fights where they be sitting there like, come on, bro. And you remember they used to do that shit where you press your shoulder up against somebody and y'all walk around and shit like, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me. And then you have to push one of them niggas hella hard into the other one just to see them. And I was petty as fuck. I wanted to see him fight, goddamn you. If you my homeboy and I ain't seen you fight, nigga, go on and kick rocks, nigga. They got a whole bunch of hustlers and shit over there. You could go rock with the ghetto superstars and shit. Yo, there's some gangbangers over there. You could go rock with them niggas. Nigga, but on High Street, we got a little bit of everything. We had to buy. God damn, can I ever get back to my story, butterflies? Shit. I was raised in Sacramento, born in Germany, and we bounced back and forth through, goddamn you. We bounced back and forth. When we first came to America, we lived in like Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi at that, before I knew what racism was, because it was 1989. And then boom, we came here to a military base. I don't even know what the fucker is called. It was called Herlong. I still can't tell you where that motherfucker is. And then like I said it earlier, after 17 years, they retired my pops from the army over that punk ass weed case for the son he adopted, which is why I always had a little bit of resentment, because 3 more years, my pops was gonna retire, had all that shit. Nigga, we'd have instantly moved to the middle class, plus all the benefits. But they retired him. It was either retire or get bust all the way down after 17 years to a fucking private again. Grown-ass man with kids, nigga. Yeah, but we got Mississippi roots. On my mom's side of the family, it's Oklahoma. On my dad's side of the family, it's Mississippi and Louisiana. And that's just going as far as we know right now. I mean, my mom can go back a lot further. And then the shit skips to like Texas. We got a whole bunch of motherfuckers in Texas. Johnson, Harris, Brown. But I think that's probably every black person got Johnson, Harris, Browns, and Jacksons. Yeah, so that shit skipped to Texas. And then like way earlier, that shit started like in South Carolina. Fresh off the boat, South Carolina. Hold on, my nigga. Y'all think I'm fucking playing. Y'all gonna stop fucking playing with fuck. I'll do it on another stream, because when I first came to the YouTube stream, y'all was born in Germany. That's what's up. My dad was the police. He was the police, MP and shit. I was like, snitch. But I told y'all I'm petty as fuck. I ain't shit, nigga. So can I get to the damn story, man? We gotta get to this chapter, man. I said 6:30. Now it's already damn near 6. Chef, will you leave me the fuck alone so I can finish my story? Please? Somebody tell me the camera is not over there. All right, so I'm gonna get to this story, man. I found my sister. I stayed up past 6 a.m. Saturday into Sunday, sunset to sunrise, breathing like one of those good whoopings. None of that, marriage ceremony or cute newborn grandson tears. It was that off and on tears like a fire hydrant in the summertime, and the police would always run up on us and tell us to turn that motherfucker off and go to the pool kind of tears. It was like going to that store and they say, well, we don't accept food stamps kind of tears. When you at your own little water park and you got the water balloons and the water guns and you having a lot of fun and your motherfucking neighbors call the police and call it a city ordinance or city disorderly conduct on kids and shit type of tears, nigga. It was crying like, man, why they always fucking with us? It was crying like, man, why they give my uncle 15 years for assault and a Sambo? They tried to kill my uncle. It wasn't crying like no damn Super Bowl victory. I tell you that shit. I'm crying like the Crips killed my dog and I know exactly where the motherfuckers live. They live right there, but I'm scared to go fight these coons because they got the guns. It's not fucking fair. So I cheated. See, it's the whole story and it has intertwining metaphors and shit. I became Floyd Mayweather in the classroom. All them fighting jokes and shit. Hood niggas support that. The niggas who used to try to steal the motherfucking green notes and they celebrate a nigga who makes it about the hood on some positive shit as much as they root for the hood athletes and salute the ghetto superstars. I got degrees and I traveled the world. They got paper and can go on any block in the world. And they'll bring that same energy just like I'll bring that same energy that we both had or that we all had in Del Paso Heights. See, because we was cut from a different cloth. We was raised just like that. Nigga, if somebody in your neighborhood didn't have a dog named Prince or Bully or something like that, if you didn't have a baby that was like a Rottweiler, fuck, how you gonna call that big ass Rottweiler baby? That nigga bigger than a baby. I used to come home from the family barbecue, get right back on that domino table. When the homies would get out, we throw that big ass block party. You know what I'm saying? Had the big speakers out there, the cars, blum, 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 like shaking the windows with the bass so loud. That's how we used to do it, man. The homie out, nigga, that's liberation. See, they talking about the black liberation, but can't get their homies out of jail. First of all, hello. They talking about liberation, Brother Rob, salute. They talking about liberation and can't buy they motherfucking homeboys bail. Nigga, hello? Over there, nigga, that's where they at, nigga, over there. Fuck they mean, nigga, right here, sir. Nigga, salute the white boys who are willing to come in the neighborhood and bang, nigga, because that's what we wanted. Nigga, and the motherfuckers who would sit over there just being racist, trying to vote their way into a higher position or a higher status than us, nigga, that's why they got beat up on, nigga. They get choked out coming to the cookout. Nigga, we ain't play that shit. Like, if our sister would have brought home some cornbread marinade shit, nigga, that motherfucker would have been choked out and she wouldn't have been coming back over until she thought we had changed. She thought she could change us and shit. But that wasn't finna happen. Either you're going to sit over there and not bring this motherfucker to the cookout, expecting him not to get choked out, or you going to leave him. That's going to be... It's going to be number one and number two. That motherfucker ain't coming around here with us, especially not coming to the domino table like, hey, guys. And he don't know none of the slang. He's over there talking about Greek the... See, nobody know that shit. Greek the freak the... Wait, I speak Greek. Oh, Nick the Greek, the ladies freak. Nigga, that's how they used to say that shit. It was some weird shit they used to say, nigga. Scared man can't win and a dying man don't stand a chance. Nigga, how much money do I pay you for saying that shit? Is it 10, 15? Nigga, you just told me some wisdom, nigga, but a scared man can't win, a dying man don't stand a chance. Nigga, do you want me to mark down 10 or 15, nigga? God damn. Nigga, we was so po, we named our dog DOG. Fuck y'all means. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Dog named DOG. The fuck? Salute to the GOAT. I didn't even get my own notification, and Taz even shared it, and I still didn't get my own notification. I checked my damn Gmail before it happened. It didn't say it there. I had my youtube.com/Mr. Breaking News. I had that one up, and it still didn't show me I was live, and I was already on here talking and shit. Oh, yeah, we drilling the motherfuckers who don't know what the hood is really like, man. And if we don't pass this energy back down, then these niggas gonna keep wearing little dresses and high heel shoes. And we had Tupac, and they got this motherfucker, Little Vert or whatever it's fucking. I don't really know a lot of these little niggas. If they ain't really rapping on some like I know a lot of West Coast rappers, nigga, in the hood. But these new young niggas, they don't know shit about food stamps. Nothing. Or how the food stamps were circulated through the hood, nigga. And if they used to try to say a food stamp is worth $1. I mean, a dollar food stamp is worth. I pay you half on $1. I pay you 50 cents on $1. That's what they used to say. Even on the dice game, nigga, y'all don't know my motherfucking struggle. Nigga, niggas just had hella, man, they had some good ass lives growing up, nigga. If you ain't threw a food stamp down in a dice game, nigga, if you ain't throw a fucking, nigga, if you a nigga like this, nigga, 10 and 4, nigga, 10 and 4, nigga, Lil Joe, nigga, Lil Joe in the dough wasn't cheating. 3 switch it, bitches. If you wasn't doing that shit with food stamps, nigga, you're bougie. You're bougie, nigga. You bougie to me because I thought the motherfuckers who was doing that shit was superstars. Nigga, if you was 15, 16 and you had a car, nigga, you was a superstar. I'm trying to get a ride. Not knowing that motherfucker stolen from his mom than a motherfucker. Stop playing with me. All right, so it wasn't fucking fair. The motherfuckers had guns, nigga, at 13 years old. And they lived right there. I ain't finna fucking fight them dudes. You out your fucking mind. So I became Mayweather in the classroom. Hood niggas was supported, and that made a nigga feel good because I was on some positive shit, and they saluting me the same way they salute the athletes and they salute the ghetto superstars. It's my story that I'm reading, man, because you know sometimes we got to give them our story. They like to go back to the real Moses, nigga, or the biblical Moses and have conversations around that. Nigga, the biblical Moses. He wore Birkenstocks, nigga. My grandma got some of shit. Yeah, motherfucker. If that motherfucker didn't boomerang himself back, she'll just look at you and say, now put that back on my foot. That was my grandmother. If she ain't hit you with her shoe and tell you to put it back on her foot, nigga, first of all, if you ever got the TV at your grandma's house on a Saturday, first of all, Love and the Restless, All My Children, General Hospital, don't talk to my grandma doing none of those. None. Or you're going to Bible study. If you talk to my grandmother doing any of those, you're going to Bible study. Promise you that's how she used to get us back. We used to try to sit in the back in Bible study, not too big of a church, just kind of a nice little church size, man. Preacher be up there trying to run some scriptures and shit, and Cain and Abel and shit, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, who the fuck don't kill this nigga? Because after that shit, he was like, if you send me out, then I'll be slain or something like that. I was like, nigga, ain't nobody out there but you, nigga. Nigga, we used to cut up, nigga. We used to get like one song from the choir. My grandmother was in that shit. She used to go. My grandma was a heavy set woman too. Heavy set, heavy hands, nigga. Big ass cornbread cooking with the whole thing of sugar in there. I'm trying to tell you, nigga, they ate back in the day. Nigga, what they do to me, motherfucker, just because my mom stopped cooking. Anyway, my grandma used to be in that choir stand and Jesus will fix it after a while. And if you ain't never heard them old school spirituals, won't it fix it? The one I loved, here's the one I love. No doubt, still love it to this day. Just give me that old time religion. Give me that old time religion. Give me that old time. Stop fucking up, boy. I see you. Now put that back on my foot. That was my grandma. You probably ain't experienced shit like that. She be in the middle of a song, nigga, and keep going. It's good enough for me. Pastor, you ain't just see this woman assault me? You didn't see this? Oh, we're just gonna look. This motherfucker used to look away. They saw that shit. They saw that shit, my guy. They saw that grown, heavy-set, strong-ass woman just flick that motherfucker's Birkenstock from the choir stand. That went past the pastor's head. I know he heard that shit. Goddamn, can I get back to my story, Rob? Stop fucking. Damn. Shit. Y'all keep fucking making me. I'm supposed to be reading my story, man. This is for my kids later. I got like 3 paragraphs in. Where the fuck am I even at on this motherfucker? All right, so it was like the barbecue, and guess where I was at? I was at the Domino table when the homies got out. We threw that block party, and guess where you could find me at? The Domino table, but I wasn't passing chips no more because I was a little BG turning into a YG. I was smelling myself. If your dad ain't never told you that, man, problems. Because my dad was in my life, and 4 out of 5 of my homeboys were bastards, unclaimed, didn't even know where their dad was. Some dads in prison never knew that they actually existed. The woman just had to move on because there was hood niggas that had already been on her and a whole bunch of niggas that if they found out that she was his baby mama, see, y'all don't fucking know my struggle. If they found out that he was her baby mama, she couldn't even claim that nigga. So the kids just went without any. Nigga, they kids just had to end up at Big Mama house. Man, y'all don't hear what I'm fucking saying. Y'all motherfuckers playing. So I'm a YG now, and if I would have known that these same niggas that I had crying, laughing, would have been the same niggas that would be dying afterwards, nigga, I would have took life way more serious than try to cry over some motherfucking cereal. See, we didn't spill no milk in our family, or we'd have had to eat them unfrosted flakes with that water shit again. Nigga, I fought a nigga over ice cream because he caught me slipping. And I don't know what y'all did back in y'all hood. That nigga, we had a game that we played called Lele. Nigga, I don't even know if y'all knew what Lele was on the East Coast. Nigga, Lele or left hand, give it up. And if you have had any food in your left hand, nigga, you just had to give it over to them niggas. And nigga, I had one of them cool cups, one of them icy cups with all the sugar that sit at the bottom. So you got to turn that motherfucker up this way to eat it. I promise you. Do you not know what a cool cup is or an icy from the candy lady house? It was like Kool-Aid put in a styrofoam cup, put in the freezer. They have red, purple, yellow, blue. Nigga, let me get that one. 15 cents, nigga. Everybody, nigga. She took food stamps. And the camera is still over here. Fuck. Anyway, the motherfucker caught me slipping, said left hand, give it up, and I didn't want to play that shit no more. He was bigger than me by a motherfucker, but that meant absolutely nothing. Nigga, he was a giant. Nigga, I had a giant when I was playing basketball. He hit me for 40 points. I'm in the 4th grade, and this nigga hit me for 40 points. This is real domino table talk right here, because the big bro would have been like, yeah, you remember Dosti hit your ass for 40 points? That's what he would say, nigga. Like, goddamn, nigga, I got an ego, nigga. I'm human, nigga. He hit me for 40 points in the 4th grade. I sat out for the whole 4th quarter. Fuck that, nigga. I was sitting there huffing and puffing and going, ooh, nigga, you ever seen that shit? When he like, fuck y'all, nigga. That's how I was crying until like 7:45 in the morning because I found my sister, nigga, my older sister. And she was supposed to have been my first love that inspired me, my shield when I was young, the sword on my right. Right when I blamed my pops for robbing me, her, out of our lives. And I blamed her because she knew I existed. And she never even said hi to me. Goddamn 40. And so, like, I was sitting there crying because if you don't know dominoes, nigga, tend to see I'm the baby child. They'll say tend to me because I'm the baby child. Why? Because your older brothers and sisters had to watch out for you, even if you was spoiled. Even if you was spoiled. They had to look out for you. And this motherfucker denied me my motherfucking sister for whatever he had going on in his life. So imagine that. A nigga ain't finna fight these motherfuckers because these motherfuckers got guns. And if that woman found out, or if the hood found out that you were that motherfucker's baby daddy, it's problems. The niggas with guns ever found out that that woman was his baby mama, problems. You got to get the fuck up out the South, nigga. Like they say, don't cross that railroad track. In Del Paso, no Gallus was an all crip. I lived on high that way. Motherfuckers, I'm done, nigga. Moving forward. Nigga, that was my sis. You know, as a young dude, my older sister would have been my first love. She would have taught me everything about women. She'd have had to fight some of them women because, you know, I thought I was a smooth little operator, but she'd have helped me have that shit in check at a long time. Like, nigga, that's motherfuckers don't like that. You know what I'm saying? That girls don't like that shit. What girls actually like is when you do respect them. What you're trying to do is impress your homeboys, and that's gay. That's what my sister would have told me. That's what she would have told me, nigga. She'd have been like, look, I know you got your sense of pride, and there's so much drama out there in the streets that it's good to have, you know, somebody that has your back. But you love them more than you love your girlfriend. Motherfucker. Y'all gonna stop fucking playing with me. You love your homies more than you love your girlfriend, nigga. My sister would have put all of my fucking game in my head at a young age, nigga, that I was so infatuated with that street life that the woman who was in front of me, nigga, I was red pill. I had to be red pill because I didn't have a love in my heart because I didn't have my first love, which was my sister. And that shit's not my fault. Nigga, that is not my fault. Nigga, blame the streets for what happened to my dad, nigga, but don't look at me. That motherfucker had to go. And the woman that he left meant that my sister was abandoned, nigga. And I found her, nigga, the other night, nigga. I cried to like, goddamn, you 7 in the morning, like I couldn't even stop. Nigga, like, look at her, nigga, look at her. She's fucking beautiful. Shit hurt because we were cheated. And she got to live through not having a dad, nigga. So that was also a dagger. That was also a dagger. I hope I ain't missed somebody that just came in. Blue Daydreamer, salute. You done missed all the experiences with my grandma and my grandma's house, my uncles and shit. But just rock with me. I'm going to teach you about this domino table talk because there's a lot of people who they kind of miss out on the subtle nuances of what this hood life actually means. And so these motherfuckers jump to the welfare mom and the single mothers. That's why I be wanting to smack fire from them dudes. I be getting this close to want to debate them again, and then it brings back up that hot boiling water that is inside my soul because I love my auntie, nigga. And you ain't gonna tell me she was a piece of shit. That Alpha Leo was ready to fight my motherfucking dad. My sister would have been ready to take off, nigga, hands. You gonna leave this one alone because we family. And you can't deny a young nigga his family, or he becomes 14 and not ready to fight the niggas because he's afraid that they got guns, nigga. Fuck your guns, nigga. I got family, and I take family over guns all day, every day. Message, nigga. Domino table talk. She was supposed to be my shield and my sword. Supposed to have been there at football games, basketball games, in my stand, my biggest fan. In the audience, graduations. Nigga, big hugs, nigga. I needed big hugs, not big thugs, nigga. I needed big hugs, nigga, not big thugs, nigga. That's what I needed because I was already trapped in a space where my life had less value. Not because the white people surrounded us and moved to the suburbs. My life had less value in even my own hood, where niggas will body your ass for a box of them green motherfucking food stamps. Y'all don't fucking hear me. I couldn't be a preacher because I'd be cussing that whole time. They take their kids up out of there, man. But I know y'all don't fucking hear me. I know I'm speaking a bit of a riddle and I don't just get right to it. My life was kind of fucked up because I sat by the domino table where my mom had to leave because she didn't want to be around the violence of my father and my auntie who used to fight and then they'd make up. They'd fight and then they make up. No, my life wasn't involved around there. There's so much eclectic shit that was involved with it. Motherfuckers wouldn't understand me anyway. And if they do, niggas, salute to them. Halftime, I don't understand why I'm just now learning this shit. I just call it the universal energy. The universal energy that binds me to you. It does. And there's nothing that you could do about it if it's a universal energy. I was just thinking about that and I heard somebody say that shit. That's crazy. That type of energy. I believe in that shit. Ask me what I believe in. Do I believe in Black Jesus? Of course. Do I believe in Allah? Of course. It's like 99 different names for the motherfucker. He up there and he laughing at the motherfucker every once in a while at me because, L, salute. He be like, that little nigga funny. That's my nigga though. He be like, that. See the little nigga right there? That nigga funny, the motherfucker. I told you. I would have took life a hell of a lot more serious if I'd have known that them niggas I had crying would have been the same niggas that I'd had to go to their funeral and sing to, nigga, that old time religion. I sang at more funerals than I sang on stages, nigga, talent shows and shit. Fuck you mean, nigga. I sang at more funeral processions than I did at big ass. Now I had a couple of big shows like at UC Davis, UC Berkeley and shit. But I sang at more fucking funerals than I did on big stages, nigga. I had more of a soulful voice in the hood than I had on record, nigga. The record couldn't even do it, nigga. I turn this mic all the way off, nigga. No headphones, and the vocals is still right there. I'm trying to read this shit. Goddamn, chef, stop fucking with me. Can't you see I'm trying to read this story? Look, it was supposed to go from chapter 6 to chapter 10. I'm still on the second paragraph of chapter 6. Fuck. It's Chef's fault. We're going to have to do a part 3 tomorrow. 5 at 5. Anyway, I was huffing and puffing. Nigga like this, nigga. Fist hella clenched, nigga. That's what I was last night, nigga. Almost on that Cuban, nigga. That Cuba Gooding Jr. Nigga, I wish that my dad was right here so he could catch one of them motherfuckers, or he better duck underneath that motherfucker and say, miss me. Nigga, I wonder if my sister missed me. Nigga, I'm the baby boy. Tend to me. I'm the baby child. Why are you crying? Because I'm the big baby in this motherfucker. I'm down here just... Nigga, I had to clean up my office because it looked damn near flooded. I had to damn near clean up my office because it was damn near flooded. I'm talking snot fucking rags and everything, nigga, just over there, nigga. Oh, it was fucking filthy, nasty, nigga. I had to get the pine saw off and nigga start. Fuck y'all. I know y'all see this shit. Ain't nobody gonna tell me y'all got paper shit still. I see how y'all do it, man. I see how y'all do it. I see how y'all do it. I see how y'all really feel about me, man. Just let my whole screenshot be fucked up and shit like that. Okay. I got something for you. Gangsta Lean, this song's dedicated to my homies in that Gangsta Lean. Man, that shit I had niggas crying, nigga, grown ass men, nigga. I'm the YG, the BG. And these old ass niggas in their 30s and 40s who done seen niggas get pow, nigga, and rob niggas and B&E gang is in that motherfucker balling, nigga. They ain't sitting on a, you know how they used to see around the motherfucker at the funeral, nigga. Fuck it, I want to bring back too hard of a memories, but nigga, we had one called Morgan Jones where their bodies was, and everybody from the hood went to Sunset Line, and Sunset Line was hella big, and so we had so many motherfuckers in there that you would have had to walk around that motherfucker like supermarket sweep. You'd have to walk around that motherfucker like, nigga, you'd have to walk around that motherfucker like you what was that shit? Duck, duck, goose, nigga. You had to play hide and seek, nigga, and find all your homies' caskets and your family caskets, because we've been in this hood so long, nigga, everybody's family is there. And the shit got so fucking hard, niggas that have to be on the outskirts, niggas smoking weed so they not disrespectful to the family. Until the family get done crying, and then they go over there and hit that shit too. You know why? Because those was hard times, nigga. I told them last night, nigga, when my grandmama died, they played dominoes before the funeral procession, and then immediately once they got home, they pulled that domino table back out, because that's how niggas cope. They either get numb off drugs or they sit there and find themselves in another situation, but them motherfuckers would never hear me. They can't tell me shit, Chef. They can't tell me shit when they want to debate goddamn single mothers. It's the single African-American mother and the men who are run out and just abandon them. Nigga, I felt all of that shit last night. Like, nigga, y'all don't know what abandonment really looks like, nigga. It's a deep-seated cowardice. It's one of them cowardice that beat your ass, nigga. It beats your ass way harder than grandma's shoes. Nigga, it beats your ass into submission. It beats your ass until it's conquered the parts of your soul that you thought were masculine. It beats the shit out of that part. Nigga, you have your ego and shit that can take an ass whooping and regenerate itself. Nigga, but there's some type of essence within a man that if it's ever broken, it's broken. And that's the type of ass whooping if you got to leave your motherfucking baby mama and your daughter 3,000 miles away. Because if they found out that your baby mama was fucking with you, she gets problems. You just gotta live with that shit and twist that motherfucker hella hard. And she gotta live with that shit and try to keep a 50-year-old secret. My motherfucking grandma died, it was not too fucking long ago. I promise you. I can't read for shit. Nigga, I just keep looking over here, having this conversation. Look, man, I got 15 more minutes. So as far as I can get on this motherfucker, if I could only manage to stay focused, we'll knock out these 15 minutes and find another homie who's on the stream. And I just have to come back tomorrow because I started at 5:06, 1 minute late, and I shouldn't have did that. But I was over there with Taz on Taz Exclusive. The founder of the B1 Network. I was over there sliding with the big bro. That motherfucker had hella premieres and shit. I'm trying to save him, you know what I'm saying? I got him locked off in my inbox and shit. And so it automatically bumps to my other like, you know, if you save it, like if you see these messages, it pulls it right over. And so I looked and that motherfucker had like 50 of them motherfuckers that I haven't even watched again yet. So I was like, God damn, it was like one night that motherfucker just dumped like 12 motherfucking premieres and shit in my inbox. So I was sitting there like, God damn. Even when I be feeling down, I be like, man, I got to take my mind off of this shit. And so I just start reading and going through some of them shits like, God damn, that nigga right than a motherfucker. Oh, I don't agree with that shit. That shit weird. You know what I'm saying? I be roasting Taz over here in my own little right. And I still can't get focused. Anyway, I felt cheated. I felt like my sister was cheated. And I also felt like this world could have been much more fulfilling if I would have had that rock, that shield, that sword by my side and have been able to be that young brother who's like, man, what you say to my sister, nigga? That one with the fist crawled up, nigga. Nigga, if I could have been that little brother, it would have been a more fulfilling life. Or my mom, it could have just been more fulfilling if I had a woman to fight for growing up. Instead of the women that I had who I only wanted to lust for. I needed a woman that I was ready to die for. A woman that I was ready to kill for. And instead, I wasn't trying to fight for a woman. I was just trying to beat some pussy up. Excuse me. Salute things for yourself. I sure appreciate it. That could have been my little sister. If I ever would have known her before I known her here, that would have been a woman I was ready to fight for, die for, live. The biggest one here. So you could be ready to die for somebody. That's damn near borderline. You could be damn near ready to fight for somebody. That's temporary masculinity. But when will niggas be ready to live for their sisters? When will you be ready to live for them? Dying is easy, nigga. You can go out on the freeway and bop, nigga, do whatever, nigga. There's cars and shit out there. If dying for a motherfucker, nigga, jump, nigga, jump. Spin 3 times in a circle and bop yourself, nigga. Take the coward's way out, nigga. But being able to live for a real sister like I live for my wife and I live for my kids, nigga, that's man. The rest of these motherfuckers talking some masculinity shit that is not deeply rooted in what the spirit of man actually is, man. We supposed to be a circle around the motherfucking village. All they need is water and to get the fuck back in there with the kids, making that big ass block of cornbread. Used to be called like biscuits or something, man. That bread, nigga, that's it, nigga. Bread. Now niggas think bread is money and shit. Nigga, bread ain't no motherfucking money, nigga. Food stamps really ain't no money, but that's all we had in the neighborhood. Bread is love. And my big mama passed that shit around to every homie in the neighborhood who didn't have a fucking father. Now, my auntie wasn't coming off with them food stamps, though, because she was giving them to me for cheating, nigga. So we cheated. I developed a cold heart because I had a cold bed. I didn't have my sister there. I developed a cold heart because I had a cold bed. And I tell you today, I would rather my sisters have a cold bed than a cold heart. Y'all don't fucking hear me, nigga. I cut this bitch off right now. I cut this shit off right now. I would rather my sisters have a cold bed than a cold heart, nigga. If they gotta be the gangsters in the neighborhood, what the fuck are we here for? If they the ones that gotta stand around the perimeter, nigga, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. They gotta make sure that them other niggas from the other side of the track ain't fucking rolling up over here, nigga. If that's what they gotta do, then what the fuck do we gotta do? Sit here and make cornbread, nigga? Shell fucking fish, nigga? The fucking corn, what is that shit called? Huh? Shucking corn? Is it called shucking corn? Nigga, the motherfucking peas and shit. Fuck you do the PC. I don't motherfucking remember all that shit, but I remember a time when my grandma made us do that shit. Nigga, but what she wasn't gonna make me do is them goddamn chitlins. Shit, fucking with me, nigga. Hell, I can outrun that boomerang shoe, nigga, when that shit happened, nigga. And that shit stunk, nigga. Grandma, I gotta go, nigga. That's when I really needed homeboys, nigga, to hop on them bikes, nigga. We gotta dip through the hood a couple times because grandma in there making them stank ass chitlins, nigga. They be like, I already feel you, bro. See, I was looking for validation from them streets, but the acknowledgement that I was really seeking was a down-ass sister. That's what I needed. Someone other than the homeboys. Somebody whose love is so genuine that they ain't gonna leave at 4 o'clock in the morning once the cereal's gone. If they gotta put milk in the cereal, then what? If they gotta put water in the cereal, then why they still fucking with you then? There's another nigga up the street who'll buy these motherfucking food stamps. You don't fucking hear me. Fuckers. But yeah, man, there's one part of me that wants to celebrate that I made it, nigga. I'm surviving, and that the homeboys in my hood are they still fuck with me. I could go back to the barbecue right now. A motherfucker get out of jail, we could go back to the party and shit right now. But I'm tired of hearing this shit. I'm tired of hearing motherfuckers talk about welfare and food stamps and EBT for women, but they can't have a single conversation about the Department of Agriculture. And then they could tell you that they don't even know the talking points where they say, well, only 2% of the land is operated by black people. And 98% of all the products in America, the farm products, are in the hands of white people. And that's the Department of Agriculture, you stupid fuck. Look at this goddamn food stamp. It says it right there, nigga. It says it right there. So if the concentration of land is concentrated in the motherfucking white people's hands, and that's not what we want, nigga, then we don't want to stand on that fucking perimeter. Boiled peanuts, if you was in the deep south, wasn't you? Boiled peanuts have to be the second nastiest thing. You might as well eat boiled peanuts and chitlins. Fuck, you mean that big ass bucket? Did y'all have a red bucket with the white lid on that motherfucker? Man, that shit gross. That shit is gross. If you eat that shit, even with hot sauce, I don't even know what you eat that shit. The best way to eat chitlins, nigga, the only thing that you could do with chitlins, nigga, if you really want to enjoy them motherfuckers, I wish I had something like it, nigga. Hell no, I ain't gonna drop my candle. Nigga, I wish I had something I could show you with. Nigga, you gotta slam that shit in the garbage can. That's when that motherfucker good. Blasphemy. Yeah, I needed someone that could blaspheme. Right when I got out of Bible study, because I turned the TV on my grandma when I thought she was asleep, and she was still watching Love and the fucking Restless. Man, these motherfucking riddles and shit be going right over people's heads and shit. I be saying this shit like 3-4 times just hoping motherfuckers understand it. The streets was so bad a little nigga grew up restless because a nigga really wanted love. 4 out of 5 motherfucking homeboys in my neighborhood did not have a dad. Most of that shit happened because they was either locked up for murking somebody, and they locked my uncle up for 15 years because they were trying to kill my uncle. Gone 15 years. And if those same niggas who tried to kill my uncle would have known that that woman was his baby mama, gone. So we were restless in our generation. And we weren't just restless because, the men were gone. Other men had to do their own things. Men had to run, cowardism and all of that shit. Men had to, I'm laying low, nigga. I'm sitting down for a little minute. I'm sitting on my hands, nigga. I'm staying out the way, nigga. Same old shit, different day. Same old classroom, different lecture. That type of thinking. Now, that's that victim shit. Nigga, when I was in the classroom, nigga, all the nigga had to do was ask me. I ain't want to see none of my niggas fail. Nigga, lunchtime, nigga, let's scribble this framework out, nigga. I can't write all this shit for you, but we can get you a good outline, nigga. This first one, nigga, you want to talk about basketball players, so you finna come in, you finna hit them like this. Sports is something that I really imagined myself doing once I got to high school. For this reason, and this reason. And then hit them with the thesis statement. Regardless of how bad I wanted to play sports, I had to actually put in the work. Now, what does that mean? What is it? Transition statement. Putting in the work, first of all, meant exercise, and then you just fill that shit in with the type of exercise and the weights that you do. All right. Doing a lot of exercise itself was not enough to get me on that basketball team. I needed people to support me. So you go to the second one. The support came in when I knew my sister was standing right there by my side. And if I didn't have my sister there, I was destined to fail. Because the only thing that I could have loved was the men that I was playing next to and not the woman that was cheering for me. And so I had to have the woman that was the first love of my life, my sister there supporting me on and off the court. And if she wasn't there, I'd have been too weak. I'd have went home and I would have went to sleep. I'd have went and rode my bike with the homeboys. And I'm saying I'd have been messing with my grandma just to see if she could hit me today because she's normally 10 out of 10. Something like that, but I would not have invested my time in the basketball. See, I needed somebody like that to support me because it kept me on the straight and the narrow. But even the support of my sister was not enough to get me onto that court. I needed to love myself and give myself the self-compassion to be successful. Success to me looks like I'm making it in the classroom. I got friends that are, they run in and out of my life, but they're always here for me if I need them. My family never fails me because my sister will always have my back. Give him one more sentence in that outline. And he's damn near done with his whole paper. Like, God damn, that shit was hella quick. I'm like, yeah, nigga, don't waste no time with this English shit. Every time, nigga, in summary, I actually made the fucking basketball team. Or I made the basketball team when I turned 14, and ever since then, I was playing varsity. Why? Because I had the investment from, I had invested in myself. I lifted those weights. I ran those laps. I did everything exercise-wise that I would have needed to do to get myself physically ready. But I didn't stop right there. I had the investment of people who loved me in my corner, like my sister, rooting for me on and off the court. And I took that to be one of the best inspirational things that I could have had, having a sister there with me. And then, even when that shit happened, I had to expand my network. And because of those reasons, I've now been successful in basketball. Put your pen down, submit that motherfucker. But if you chose not to do that shit and you chose not to fuck with B1 Brother Moses at lunchtime, nigga, you could have hit me up after school. Nigga, I'm still here. I was doing all them little classes and shit, gifted, and like my homeboy. Have you ever mock court? Like mock court, like when you're like somebody gets brought up on like a, they didn't skip school, or what I'm saying, they didn't, took off on the fake ass security guard, or we used to do dumbass shit like throw rocks at him and run hella fast. We'll go to where the substitute teacher was and we'll open up the door and just yell something hella loud, like some stupid ass obnoxious sound, like, something like that, and close the door. And when they finally come back, what I'm saying, we'll open that motherfucker again and do the shit again. They'll come close the door. And they try to hit the little boop, 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 but our security guard was hella, that motherfucker was slow than a motherfucker. And so we'll do that shit again, just annoying as fuck. The motherfuckers in the back of the classroom just dying. Nigga, they fucking crying back there. I mean, that's what's up. They was back there crying in the back of the classroom, crying. And we'll open that motherfucking door up for them. And then the substitute teacher, that little lily white bitch, with, y'all stop this, and you're being unruly. And she'll do all of that shit with the high pitched, I just sucked some helium, what I'm saying, type of voice. God damn, somebody gonna clip that shit too. Fuck y'all. I got a story to tell. That motherfucking teacher would get hella mad because she knows she can't do shit to a little nigga. She can't touch a nigga, and even if she did, nigga, I might not be able to whoop that big ass quick with that 45, but yo ass, I got a sister that'll put these mitts, hands and feet on your, well, I would have if my dad wouldn't abandon her, and I could kind of understand why he did so, because if he didn't abandon them then the motherfucking people in the neighborhood was going to target her for the same violence that they were not able to enact on him. And so in order to save his daughter, he had to do what was the real nigga thing to do. Now, I wish he could have been able to grab all of them and run together, some Bonnie and Clyde shit. But his cowardice should not be passed along to her, or the things that she will reproduce would be more cowardice. You know what I'm saying? She would reproduce men who don't want to stand on that gate, men who have to wait until midnight and sneak outside of that gate, men who have to cry from fucking 11 p.m. till 7 a.m. because here they are 40 years old and they finally find the love of their life. That's not my wife. My wife is the love of my life. But the love of my life would have been my older sister, if that makes sense. She'd have been there in my corner. Now, the motherfuckers was in the back of the classroom crying. We'll open the door, say something obnoxious as fuck. We used to do the rooster sound like it was time to wake up. Nigga, but we did it like a deep-ass rooster, like the alpha rooster. Like my auntie was the alpha Leo, and my dad was the alpha. Man, they just butted heads, nigga. They went hard on each other. That shit was not domestic violence. It was a domino game. And this is domino table talk. The motherfuckers, we open the door. We open the motherfucking door. We open the door wide open, disrespecting the shit out of that lily white substitute teacher. And we would scream something obnoxious as fuck, like a rooster in the morning. Like an alpha rooster. We open the door. Ignore that white woman. Scream to the niggas that are in the back of the room. The door's open. And all we needed was for them niggas to walk through that goddamn door, and they would have had cereal in the morning, no rice. The motherfucking big ass motherfucking husky pot of rice. Nigga, with the beans thrown in that motherfucking hamburger meat in that motherfucker, and that big ass block of cornbread. Nigga, my name is B1 Brother Moses, and that's all I got right now. And so I'm motherfucking out.